Welcome to Back to School Night, Studio A Jazz Parents. Mr. Leff here. How do we do jazz online? Well, we can't do it in a normal way. The technology doesn't allow us to all play live at the same time. So we're going to get creative on what we're going to do. Got some cool ideas on different things we can do differently than what we would normally do. We can play together while students are muted. I can play and the students can play along with me while they're muted. I can demonstrate things. And students can work on their own using various technology, a couple that I'll show you. We're going to hope to make a virtual ensemble performance towards the end of the semester where students will record themselves playing a piece and then we'll put it all together so it'll sound like we played together. And we have a little more flexibility to work on improv, jazz history, listening to music, and talking about it. Students will be using Google Classroom as our main platform. That's where they will check each class to see if anything's been posted. That's where all the assignments will be, tests, and materials. We have access to smart music. Again, this is free. The district paid for it this semester, which is great. So students are already signed up for this and can access the entire library. There's a lot of jazz music that they can practice along to and get instant feedback with. So here's the different thing that we're working on compared to the other classes. This year's Studio A group is insanely talented. We have all returning students, just one new student that came up from lab band. We have no freshmen. It's a very, very talented group, probably the best band that I've had ever at West Ranch, and I've been here 10 years. So when I was thinking about what we're going to do and thinking, okay, we got to put grades in the grade book and, we're doing different assignments each week, and I didn't want it to feel like a chore or a burden for our students because they're used to doing some really great things and now we can't really replicate that. So I had this great idea and we've already talked about it with the students. They are really on board and really excited about it. They're going to do an independent study for as long as we're working on distance learning. We'll start each class together. I'll take roll. We're going to do a listening share where a student will play a piece online, a recording for us and talk about why they chose it, and we can talk about that for a minute. We'll do a little warm-up together. We'll sight read a piece together, similar to how we would start our normal class. But then for the rest of each class, usually it's been about 45 minutes to an hour, they are going to work on their own towards a goal that they are each interested in. So we talked about different things that they could work on, and they've all submitted their own proposals, and it has a wide variety of things that they could work on, including improvisation skills, working on sight reading, instrument technique. So specific to jazz, for example, trumpets need to be able to play a lot higher than they normally would in a concert band. So that's something they could work on. And also for instrument technique, the trombones have to play a lot faster than they normally would in a wind ensemble. So developing their skills specific to playing in a jazz band. Transcribing solos, listening extensive, listening to a lot of recordings from one artist or from one era and then writing about it. We have a number of students that are interested in composing and arranging jazz music for their peers to play. Jazz history research, a performance project where they can multi-track themselves playing a piece or work with friends to record something together. We have a few students that are interested in learning a new jazz instrument like jazz piano or jazz guitar. And lastly, lessons for lab band students working on training their replacement. So this is going to work great for us because all of our students are so talented, but they all have different things that they want to work on. And I believe that they are motivated enough to work on it on their own. And because they're going to want to achieve their goals, they're going to be working really hard on this. So we've already talked about what resources they have that they can help themselves with, but then also what resources they can get from me so I can check in on them and give them things to work towards. So during our live Zoom calls, they're all going to be working independently, usually in their own breakout room in Zoom. So I can pop in and talk to them and see how things are going. And then each week at the end of the week in Google Classroom, they're going to submit their basically weekly progress, whether it be a recording of something they're working on, or they can type something up, or however they want to show their week to week progress so we can keep them on track and keep them working towards their goals. Really excited about this project for them. Grading will still be the same. Participation is now rehearsal score, homework, tests, performances. The virtual ensemble at the end of the semester will be their performance. If you have any questions about what we're going to be doing in Studio A Jazz Band this semester, feel free to contact me, bleff@heartdistrict.org. Whatever we end up doing, we'll make it work, we'll make it fun, and thank you so much for checking it out. See ya.